Right.
Do us.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. All right, you guys, we're on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the newest edition of the Mia Connect on Air, the social media power chat. Today, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Usually, we have folks that are in the social media world, but I've decided, because I can't take it, that it's, I think, 67 days maybe until, or maybe 65. Until the, look at that face, until the next Walking Dead. So I decided to bring on two of my favorite fellow Walking Dead fans. First up, I have Dina Trees, live from my hometown of Champaign, Illinois. Welcome to the show, Dina.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, hold on, I got to do this for you. Hold on a second. And that other handsome fellow over there in the corner is Stuart Lundy, live out of Denver, Colorado. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So here's the deal, you guys. I'm going to get our little video started. Basically, how this works is that we have a Facebook group that's specific. It's a closed group, and it's called the Walking Dead Maniacs. And there's about 22 of us on there, and that includes myself and these other two illustrious guests. And we pretty much dork out all the time, either during in season or out of season. Sorry, Bob Boss is knocking things up. Tripod Bob.
Tripod Bob.
Exactly. So the idea that I came up with that I love is the fact that we are able to keep up on and assuage our cravings basically through social media. So of course when Comic-Con came up, that's when we got to see the trailer. So let's dive into that, you guys. Let's talk about the trailer for season 4, and just let's dish a little bit about Walking Dead and what we're loving about social media for that.
I mean, to me, just being in a group with you guys live is just like it's amazing, because I mean, watching you guys and getting that instant reaction. It's like all of you guys are over at the house. So that's always a good thing for me, just going crazy with it.
It is fun. How about you, Dina? Because I know you're I would say out of anyone, I got to give a little to Dina, because, and Dina, do you have your headphones in, honey? I'm hearing a little bit of feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at me, how I'm blaming you.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe, does Marcy have it on in the background, Stuart?
Oh, do you have it on in the background? Oh, yeah. So just try to
I'm going to blame Marcy.
You're going to blame Marcy.
All right, so let's talk about Dina. I would say on anybody, I mean, you're the biggest nutbag of us all, honey. You got us all beat.
Hardcore. I have to admit, I didn't know you were that hardcore. I saw the shirt in the background. I know.
Come on.
I was gonna put a Beatles shirt on. I didn't know. Damn it.
Go ahead.
One of my predictions, that's for sure. It's like almost like the show was made just for me, even I mean, because it was the right time, I think, for the show to come on, and it's just something kind of I've dreamed up since I was a little kid, because I've always been into this kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Paranormal, all kinds of stuff, but yeah, it's very exciting. I love it, and I've turned on a lot of people to the show, so maybe you'll get a little percentage of the. I don't know.
AMC better recognize is what we're talking about.
Binge marathon and catch up. So it's great. And I love being with you guys as well. It's much fun.
It's
I
true.
look forward to Sundays. I mean, that's the day that it's like everything shuts down. I mean, even I'm trying to get Marcy into it, my wife, and we started season 1, and I'm like, oh crap, we got to go right and get it, because it's going to be a couple of seasons we got to go through quick. So I think she's kind of digging it, but it's like, I was telling her the balance between the story, and then you got equal parts story, equal parts gore. So it's, and then a little bit of, love making and sex, where they got the turmoil between, the Cara Lori and, what's the other, the zombie? Shane. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we're in that portion of it right now.
That was juicy, yeah. I mean, so again, some people, this may not work for them on this particular show because they may not be Walking Dead fans. But the great thing is for us with social media is literally we're trading back and forth pictures, comments, things like that. When AMC has a weekend marathon, we're all like, I'm gonna watch that. Oh, here's the messed up one. That kind of thing. So we're always keeping comments on it. But Dina, I'm gonna agree with you. Oh, here comes Tripod.
Oh, Tripod Bob.
Shout out. He's showing off his little arm and his new logo that he got yesterday.
Oh, I saw that on your page. That was so cool. I love that.
Hey, he's so funny. Hey, I need to give a couple shout-outs because there's a few people making comments. First, I need to give a shout-out to Mr. Tom Coleman, who has been one of my favorite folks on Google+. And then, of course, Randy Hilarski. He was on our show last week, live out of Panama. He's got a show, in fact, tomorrow on Google+, and I'm going to post the link here. And he and his gorgeous wife are going to be talking about what's going on down in Panama because they're lucky enough to live there. So that's our quick random shout-out.
Just send me some cigars from Panama.
Hey, and let's give a shout-out to one of our favorite guys that I know you all love. Who's that? Who do you think it is?
Norman Reedus?
Well, yeah. Poor Greg. Greg Boysaw.
Greg.
Greg says, he just says, where's my shout-out? Dina, why aren't you dressed in costume for your on-air debut?
I thought about it.
Shout out. So he's a few minutes behind. But, yeah, so that's the great thing we love about also our group is we get to dish on who we love and hate and what we love and what irritates the crap out of us. So let's do I do. So I'm going to go first on who I'm that crap crazy about. It's a double tie, and it's definitely Michonne and Norman Reedus. Daryl, I cannot even take how much I love those two characters. They're so flawed and so fantastic and kind of true to life. And whenever I see anything when they show the behind the scenes of the people as they actually are. And Norman Reedus, by the way, is very active on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does a lot of fun stuff. So, how about you, Stuart? Who's your?
It would have to be Michonne. I mean, that has just taken it to a different level of like a badass. I mean, especially for women. I think I'm a feminist. I really do.
Yep.
But I think it just kind of you have this character now who wields a katana and just slices off heads like bowling pins, So I mean, I just think
like
that's so
Jello.
Yeah.
Jello. It is. It's just and I love that character because for a woman. I mean, it started with me and my wife were talking about this. But it started with the Angelina Jolie as far as like the badass chicks, and now it's just like, and especially Lara Croft, exactly.
Yes.
And as a person of color now, that's great to see somebody wielding that she doesn't have a stereotypical, your West Side gun pointing to the side or anything. That this chick has got a sword and she is slicing people up. I love it.
We just lost Stuart.
Oh crap! Oh, did we?
Can you hear him?
Oh,
I can hear.
You can hear me? Can you hear me? See, why is me always blaming it on everybody else?
Oh, no.
I can hear him.
She can hear me.
Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Oh, my computer guy's trying to get into my computer. No. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, no. My computer guy has decided he wants to do the maintenance on my computer right now. Oh, no. Bill, go away. Go away. Why is my computer acting this way? All right, so we totally lost you. I was gonna try and get to my this is my favorite. Let me see if I can screen share this, and then Stuart will go back to this. Okay. Hold on one second. Right. You guys all know what's coming when you see my profile picture is this.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
You all know so that for those of you who don't follow Walking Dead, that's my girl right there. She's awesome.
Else.
But I have to agree with you on that. As just having this. This woman who's not the stereotypical like hero as the white guy, but you've got this junk in the trunk, badass woman who just you don't know what her story is. You don't know. In fact, Gina, do you follow the books? By the way, as everybody knows, this is actually from graphic novels. Have you read all the graphic novels, girl?
I have. There's two. Well, so far they have these compendiums, which is about each one's about this thick. The first one is comic book 1 through 48. And then the second one is 49 through 96. So I bought the first one, and then I got the second one from the library and read it. And totally different, thank God. I mean, people are, left and right, but the characters are so different. I like the show better. Maybe it's because I watched the show first. But it's still good. But don't know, just the show appeals to me a little more.
It has so much, so much good stuff to it, and I have not read them at all, and I think I kind of have to keep it that way. But I have to go back to what you're saying. I do feel like for me, I mean, I don't know when I got obsessed with zombies, but I will tell you when Greg moved out here last year, it was such a reality check. He was like, he's looking at my bookshelves, like World War Z, the guidebook that you get, for surviving a zombie apocalypse. He's like, wow, you weren't kidding, were you? I'm like, no, I wasn't. Dina, who are you bat crap crazy about? Who's your favorite on the show?
I agree with Michonne. At first I didn't like her, but I really like her now. Daryl, of course.
Oh, yeah, Daryl's, yeah.
My third, I don't know if it's the underdog thing that I love, but Herschel. I love Herschel. I love him. I do. Oh, Carol. Wait, I can only have two? Well, Carol.
No, you have four. Yeah, you know what? I still can't figure out how Carol keeps her hair, like, with that cut.
It's grown out a little bit.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, here's another one. Here's another thought, is how did, do you guys remember when Andrea was killed and she was stuck in the chair? And they showed her feet? And I was like, dude, how did you get that petty? Because after about a year, my feet would look like hooves. I'm talking about a little bit of character flaw.
Hammer time going on.
It is hammer time. Greg is piping in again, which I love. I'm sure Stuart agrees. Walking Dead needs more minority zombies. We should volunteer to be crowd extras for some future episodes. To be wheelchair zombies.
That's, yeah, I was thinking about that. I really was. I was thinking about going down to the zombie walk and, like, being a wheelchair zombie. But I'm like, how would I do the wheelchair thing? So I don't know. Maybe somebody push me along. Oh, that's true. That's true. So I can get a missing limb. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. We do have a zombie crawl here, Dina, and then we also have like a 5K run where you literally are running through a track, which clearly neither Stuart and I are going to go because I can't see him running. And the only time you are going to get me to run is if real zombies are here. So I might participate. But you should come out for that. So then I have another.
Park District had one last year.
And Champaign did.
Park District.
Yeah, you need to get some photos of that. We need to put that on our show. Oh, we just lost Dina. Uh-oh. Listen, people. This is the great thing about this show, is it has technical difficulties.
There it is. The gremlins are around.
And now you're going to have to say, don't leave me alone with this woman.
No, don't leave me alone with this woman. Help me, somebody.
Oh, wait, now let me see if I can get her back in here again. Hold on a second.
Let's see.
I don't know why we're having a hard time with our call, but listen.
That's the guy in the computer. He's like sabotaging you.
Here she comes. Here she comes. I hear my girl. Exactly. Here she is again. All right, so here's the other thing I want to talk about with social media is the fact that this guy, Chris Hardwick, is it Hardwick?
Oh, yeah.
The guy drives me nuts. And Dina, we don't have a picture of you, but you guys all have to appreciate what's going on with Dina's profile pic. Tell us where that was taken of.
That was in Columbus, Ohio in June at the Midwest Haunters Convention.
Oh.
Told you this girl's hardcore.
She is. I had to bow down. I'm not worthy. I thought I was something, but you taking it to another level again.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I'm telling there's certain people that I'm gonna definitely be in contact with during a zombie apocalypse, and I know Dina's got some tricks up her sleeve for sure. I'm loving it. She does. But yeah, so Chris Hardwick, I mean, I do love it when they do the Talking Dead, which is such a brilliant idea after the show, that they always have that Twitter thing of text, Twitter, text in or Twitter in, these type of things. So I have to say they're pretty brilliant about their social media, and I think we've all watched their Facebook page. Especially after the episode. Oh, yeah. And listen, people, you may as well know everything's a spoiler alert here, but after Lori left the show, that was a firestorm.
That was, I
was glad to see her leave.
I know, girlfriend. Yeah, let's talk about that. Like, who's your favorite? Who's your most annoying characters?
Well, I have to admit, now that I've started watching the first season, that was my favorite annoying character was Lori, because I didn't know that Lori was, as my wife would say, a hope. and
She,
um,
she was.
she
I
was
mean, I
like,
kind
"Well,
of
that's
get
not
why, but
right."
it was still like, damn, girl, you didn't waste any
I
time.
know, not a bit. Was the body cold? I mean, did she like to get a temperature reading on a man?
Right, right. Gotta go.
So, yeah, gotta go. I gotta get some. I gotta get in there.
I remember that too, and I was like, wait, what? What's going on? I would say out of the creepiest, I would say Shane. Shane turned into the most creepy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially, what do you think, Dina? What's your vote on that before I get off on my little tangent?
Yeah, Shane lost it early
Ooh.
on. Tried to keep it
Yeah.
together, and then after Otis, I was like, oh, he needs to go.
Oh, that chunk of hair missing from his head. You guys remember that? When it was like, oh my gosh. Oh, Randy says no glitch on our end. Keep going.
Okay.
Yay! I'm glad that wasn't as much of a hot mess as it looked on my end, for sure. Because all of a sudden, yeah, I see this remote thing coming on. Yeah, you guys, that one was creepy when I thought that whole school one was just, that one really freaked when they were stuck in the school.
Oh,
It was
oh.
excellent.
They spent
Yeah.
like what, 3 episodes in that? No, 1 episode or 2. I mean, they spent a long time in that school. It seemed like, oh
It
God,
was
are they ever
2.
going to be able? 2? Okay, 2
Yeah.
episodes. Okay. I
Yeah.
just was thinking, my God, can't you move along? Just move along, move along.
Yeah. I would say probably one of my favorites was the Vatos one when they went back to get the guns, and that was season 1. I love that
yes.
one.
Yes, yes,
Because
that's where we're at
I love those characters when they were talking about the dogs, and it turned out to be the little chihuahuas. I thought that was that was interesting. Yeah, Sikkim. What about you guys? What's been your favorite? And we can go all the way across the board for 3 seasons.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm starting to see like the progression. Carl is not as annoying as he used to be.
Get
to
on the
me.
porch. Stay on the porch, Carl. That's the
Yeah,
line.
he's not
Oh,
annoying.
that kid. I used to want to.
I was hoping he would get hit, we get zombie-fied or whatever. But I'm noticing like it was like I said, catching up on the episodes with my wife and I'm noticing that he was just probably because he was a kid, and so he wasn't pulling his weight, but Carl will not hesitate to pop a cap in your ass now. So I mean, he is like no joke at all. He is no joke. So I think that's why I like Carl a lot more. At first he was annoying. Now he's like, okay, yeah, he can be. I don't know how he's gonna grow up. His boy's gonna have some problems. I'm pretty sure. Growing
Governor
up.
Junior.
Governor Junior.
I think so. Well, one of my favorite quotes was from a Stephen King quote when he had debuted Carrie, and at the very end of Carrie, remember when the hand comes out of the grave? Remember that? And,
Yeah.
and he said when that debuted, there was some guy down at the very front of the theater, and all I could say was, "Man, she ain't never gonna be right again."
She's not.
And that's what I feel about everybody. Man,
They're not.
you ain't never ever gonna be right again.
You need a lot of Dr. Phil, boy. That's like.
You do. Dina, what about some other favorites of yours, babe?
Episodes?
Yep. Or moments, actually.
Well, I would say, I mean, the episode that sticks in my mind, and it was the worst, but I felt like it was just, it just got me, was the one where we lost T-Dog.
That was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal, but it was just insane in how he sacrificed himself for Kira.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, honey, you're so right.
We lost T-Dog and we lost Lori, right?
Yeah.
We lost
Yeah. Oh,
in
you
that
guys
episode.
remember that?
And I was like,
Yeah.
kidding me? 2 at once?
And 2 and.
It was ruthless. That episode, and I think wasn't it like the first episode of season 3, maybe?
I think so. I think it was the first episode when they were first.
I don't remember.
Yeah, when they got. Yeah, boy, you're right. That one was brutal. The annoying part I could have left off was the whole telephone thing.
Oh yeah,
That's
they took a back seat.
Yeah. Yeah, was that in that same episode or the one after that, Dina? Do you remember?
The what? I'm sorry.
Oh, were they?
Sorry, I was trying to ask you a question and take a quick drink. That failed. Damn it. Drink fail. But I think that was the one after Lori was when they started with the telephone thing. I think my most brutal one, and Greg will attest to this. It was that hitchhiker one.
Oh, yes. Good God.
That messed me up. Remember I posted that on Facebook? I said,
That was clear.
never,
That
ever hitchhike in the zombie apocalypse. Remember when they backed up? What'd you say, Dina?
That's when Morgan came back, and that episode was called Clear.
That was called Clear. Good one.
Oh.
See, this is why we bring Dina on the show.
I know, really. I'm not worthy. I told you I'm not worthy.
My thing that caught me about it is when they they wouldn't pick the guy up, and then at the end of the show, there's all this, entrails on the road, and they go by it, and then they back up and they open the door and pull up and pick up the backpack. I was like, oh man,
that's
it's all about survival, baby.
I know.
Yeah, that's cold stuff. So anyway, all right, you guys. Yeah, definitely. Well, we've been about 20 minutes into the show. Anything else you want to comment on? I mean, we are so excited, Dina. I wish I got to pull up that picture of Keep Calm and the Walking Dead's coming back.
Yeah.
Tell us when it's coming back on, Dee.
October 13th on AMC.
Wow, man.
9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central, and I'm sure they'll be running, a marathon before then to catch you up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Season 3. But I just want to say to people out there, if you've not watched it, yes, it's about zombies, but it's also about survival and interaction with people in the most severe, situations, and how, you deal with your fellow humans, or, even once they've turned and die. And it's just, it's a good story. And even if maybe you're not so into zombies, well, you kind of got to be into zombies a bit. But
you do. But it is definitely about characters and story, right?
It is.
Yeah, that's why sometimes some of the episodes are a little slow, but you have to kind of get through that to learn the story. Like when Sophia was missing all day, all season.
Yeah. Oh.
But you had to kind of get through that before, you were gone. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Folks.
It's really. I'm like Dina. The storyline is probably, it's not a secondary thing. It's a heavy part of it, because some people, when you talk about The Walking Dead, they don't assume just, oh, it's just blood and guts. Yeah, you get that. But you have, I think, a really solid storyline where it's. I used to watch a program called Oz on HBO, and you never knew who was going to make it through that episode. You
That's
remember?
Right. That show was. Dina, did you ever watch that one? That's really intense.
Oh yeah, that's like a Walking Dead in a cell.
Well, now we've kind of got it with the prison. Well, if you guys are into the Game of Thrones, isn't that kind of the same version? That's feeling like the same version of it almost.
See, I haven't gotten into that yet, but I
didn't care for it.
Oh really?
You might be careful. I think there's some people out there who'd be like, "What?" They probably feel the same way that we do about that. So.
I know they're probably like, "Why are you talking about the Walking Dead?"
One more thing about season 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is I heard, I don't want to do a spoiler for any of you guys, but I did read where possibly 4 main characters are going to be.
Oh no.
Dang.
Which, is sad. I'm so invested in these characters. But if they want to keep it true to life as best they can.
That's true.
So, they can't keep all the favorites alive.
That's
There's
true.
no way. They got to do it. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. But every time someone goes, except Lori and Andrea.
No,
yeah. And we were fine with that one. And Andrea kind of deserved it because she was really kind of messing around and just kept talking.
Yeah.
And talking. And I'm thinking, get that knife with your manicured toes and shut the hell up.
That was ridiculous. Milton's going to turn. He's warning her, I'm going to die. You better get out of
That's when you go, she kind of asked for that one.
Yeah.
Not
she
saying
did.
she deserved it, but she kind of asked for it.
Hey, that was like what they call just tax. She was paying her tax.
Yeah.
I want to call it something else, but I won't go vulgar like I usually am.
Which we can't do that on the show. It's actually allowed. So listen, guys, we're going to probably be doing this a lot during the season. So keep up with it. Right now I have 2 shows. I have the Social Media Power Chat every Friday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so tune in for that. And then, of course, I have my interviews on Mondays, and that time sort of varies. But please keep an eye out for that, because I think we are going to just start doing our little dishing, and it'll involve different members of our Walking Dead Maniacs group.
That's
so
cool.
keep an eye out for that one, too. Yeah, I said I was going to do it. We're going to do it. So, all right, you guys, on behalf of my fabulous guests, we have Dina Trees and we have Stuart Lundy. Thank you so much for joining me today, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you for
I
having
had a
me.
great time.
All right.
I was looking at Herschel Jr. down there with his leg down there. That's
yeah, that was Bob, by the way.
Yeah.
He just knocked stuff over.
Yeah.
Dina, we can't see the toy collection now, so we'll have to post some pictures of it on the event, okay? So send me some pictures for it.
All right.
All right, you guys. Love you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Love you.
Okay, bye, everybody. We'll see you on the next Social Media Power Chat. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that other handsome fellow over there in the corner is Stuart Lundy, live out of Denver, Colorado. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So here's the deal, you guys. I'm going to get our little video started. Basically, how this works is that we have a Facebook group that's specific. It's a closed group, and it's called the Walking Dead Maniacs. And there's about 22 of us on there, and that includes myself and these other two illustrious guests. And we pretty much dork out all the time, either during in season or out of season. Sorry, Bob Voss is knocking things up. Tripod Bob.
Tripod Bob.
Exactly. So the idea that I came up with that I love.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. All right, you guys, we're on. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the newest edition of the Mia Connect on Air, the social media power chat. Today, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Usually we have folks that are in the social media world, but I've decided, because I can't take it, that it's, I think, 67 days maybe until, or maybe 65, until the, look at that face, until the next Walking Dead. So I decided to bring on two of my favorite fellow Walking Dead fans. First up, I have Dina Trees, live from my hometown of Champaign, Illinois. Welcome to the show, Dina.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, hold on, I got to do this for you. Hold on a second. And out of anyone, I got to give a little to Dina because, and Dina, do you have your headphones in, honey? I'm hearing a little bit of feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, look at me how I'm blaming you.
Yeah, it's you.
Okay, you know what? Maybe, does Marcy have it on in the background, Stuart?
Oh, do you have it on in the background? Oh, yeah. So just I'm
going to blame Marcy.
You're going to blame Marcy.
All right, so let's talk about Dina. I would say on anybody, I mean, you're the biggest nutbag of us all, honey. You got us all beat.
Hardcore. I have to admit, I didn't know you were that hardcore. I saw the shirt in the background. I know. I was gonna put a Beatles shirt on. I didn't know. Damn it.
Go ahead.
One of my predictions, that's for sure. It's like almost like the show was made just for me, even I mean, because this is, I mean, it was the right time, I think, for the show to come on, and it's just something kind of I've dreamed up since I was, a little kid, because I've always been into this kind of stuff.
Wow.
So, yeah,
well,
paranormal, all kinds of stuff, but yeah, it's very exciting. I love it. And I've turned on a lot of people to the show, so maybe you'll get a little percentage of the, I don't know.
AMC better recognize is what we're talking about.
Binge marathon. And,
is the fact that we are able to keep up on and assuage our cravings basically through social media. So, of course, when Comic-Con came up, that's when we got to see the trailer. So let's dive into that, you guys. Let's talk about the trailer for Season 4 and, just let's dish a little bit about Walking Dead and what we're loving about social media for that.
I mean, to me, just being in a group with you guys live is just like, it's amazing, because I mean, watching you guys and getting that instant reaction, it's like all of you guys are over at the house. So that's always a good thing for me, just going crazy with it.
It is fun. How about you, Dina? Because I know you're I would say